Listening with My Heart by Gabi Garcia, illustrated by Ying Q Tan. Esperanza's tummy fluttered as she practiced the lines on the porch. Today was the class play. Waiting for Mama to walk to her school while she paced back and forth as she spotted the heart-shaped rock. Esperanza picked it up and showed it to Mama as soon as she stepped outside. "I see you found a little treasure," said Mama. Esperanza rubbed its rough surface and felt a twinkle of joy. "Maybe it's a sign." "For what?" asked Mama. She thought about the class play later that afternoon, wondering what it would finally be like to be on the spotlight. "To put my heart into everything I do," she answered. At that moment, she heard scratching and a soft cry. Esperanza peeked under the stairs and spotted a kitty shaking and shivering. No Mama in sight. She scooped the kitten onto her lap and cuddled her. "She's all alone. I think she's hungry." Esperanza reached for her lunch bag, pinched off a piece of chicken, and offered it to the kitty, who gobbled it up. "Mama, I think the rock is a reindeer to spread kindness and love. That's what we do when we listen to our hearts." "I think you're on to something," said Mama. Can we keep Cleopatra, please?" asked Esperanza, who already named the kitten. "Queens are always welcome at our home," Mama said. "If she's here after school, we'll take her in." At school, Esperanza was more focused on the play than on math, reading, clutching during recess. She noticed Bo sitting alone on the bench. He was new in school this week. He didn't speak much English. She wondered if he felt lonely or scared. Esperanza found a soccer ball and kicked it over to him. A smile spread across Bo's face. He stood, popped the ball in the air, and bounced it between his knees and his head a few times. "Dude got some moves," thought Esperanza. They spent recess giggling and making up hand signals. Afterwards, Esperanza borrowed Miss Owen's English Ventonese dictionary. She wrote "friend," and Ventonese drew a picture of Bo and her, then put it on his desk. Esperanza rubbed the rock in her pocket, listening with her heart made feel peaceful inside. Finally, it was time for the performance. It was too late for Bo to be in the play, but he stood at Miss Owen's side at the stagehand. Excitement bubbles as Esperanza awaited her cue. Esperanza walked on stage, tripped as she was about to say her first line, and splattered across the stage. When she got up, she forgot her lines, and so Miss Owen whispered them to her from backstage. Heat rushed through Esperanza's body as all eyes were glued to her. She wished she could disappear. "I ruined the play," thought Esperanza, rushing off stage as soon as she finished her part. "I messed up in front of everyone." She tucked herself in behind some props. No one could see her. Esperanza noticed her body shaking and face was burning. She took a deep breath and dug the rock out of her pocket. It was cracked and lopsided, just how she felt. Esperanza touched her hand to her heart and felt the disappointment. Bo found Esperanza a few minutes later and handed her a drawing with the word "friend" written above it. Esperanza nodded and hadn't been treating herself like a friend. Esperanza realized this wasn't the first time she'd been unkind to herself. At soccer game last weekend, she missed the ball and swooshed by her head. They lost the game. "Nice work," a player from the other team yelled as others laughed. Esperanza thought she had let her team down and was the worst soccer player in the world. Thinking those thoughts had made her feel. At a curtain call, Esperanza reminded herself She hadn't ruined the play. She had an accident, and accidents happen to everyone. Listening with her heart wasn't just about giving kindness and love to others. It was about giving it to herself too. I can't be a friend to myself, thought Esperanza. When Esperanza got home, she focused on the favorite things. She zipped down to the hill on her bike and spent the afternoon painting at the kitchen table. She also got a hug she needed from Mama and some cuddles from Clara Crush. The end.